Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we say good evening and welcome to Week 5 of the 2022-2023 GNASH season, bringing you a doubleheader from Rink B tonight. First up, we've got Tennessee Outlaws taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek as both teams try to stay in the hunt for a top 2 finish in Tier 2 and get a chance to play in that round robin in a few weeks. And then we've got Brentwood and Mount Juliet, Green Hill, Lebanon. Outlaws and Station Camp already out on the ice. So that means we've got to jump into our pregame mode and begin with last week's results. And we have one game in the books from tonight. Last Monday, Father Ryan beat Summit Page 5-1. Nolensville, Ensworth, Lipscomb, Station Camp Liberty Creek ended in a 3-3 tie. Mount Juliet, Green Hill, Lebanon beat Centennial 8-3. Hendersonville Beach beat the Tennessee Outlaws 6-4. Rutherford Rampage beat USNBA Nashville Christian 8-4. Montgomery Bell Academy with a 3-2 win over Pope Prep CPA GCA. Ravenwood beat Franklin BGA 8-0. On Wednesday, Brentwood beat Independence 5-3. Hendersonville Beach beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 7-1. Father Ryan beat the Rutherford Rampage 5-2. Pope Prep CPA GCA beat Centennial 3-0. And one game in the books from tonight, Ravenwood beating Pope Prep 5-0. So with that one game in the books, here are the standings. Ravenwood now 4-0. Again, they claimed their spot in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season, and they're placing the Predators Cup last Wednesday because of the Brentwood win over Independence and the Pope Prep win over Centennial, but now they have clinched it outright. Brentwood 2-0-1, MBA 2-0, Franklin BGA 1-1-2, Mount Juliet Green Hill 11-1-0-1, Pope Prep with a loss tonight now 1-2-1, Centennial 0-4-1, and Independence at 0-4. On to Tier 2, Father Ryan at 3-0, Rutherford Rampage at 2-1, USNBA Nashville Christian and Hendersonville Beach also at 2-1, Nolensville Ensworth Lipscomb at 1-1-1, Summit Page and the Outlaws both at 1-3, Station Camp Liberty Creek at 0-2-1. Here's the schedule for tonight. Again, Ravenwood beat Pope Prep 5-0. That game got started at 5 o'clock here on Rink B at Centennial. Another 5 o'clock start over in Bellevue. Hendersonville Beach against Nolensville Ensworth Lipscomb. Coming up in just a bit here on Rink B at Centennial, the Outlaws taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek. 6:35 over at Bellevue, Franklin BGA taking on MBA. 7:40 on Rink A here at Centennial. A big game, Centennial against Indy. 8 o'clock here on Rink B at Centennial. Brentwood against Mount Juliet, Green Hill, Lebanon, and at 8:10 over at Bellevue, Rutherford Rampage against Summit Page. Let's talk about the two teams playing tonight's game. First up, the Outlaws, coached by Matt Swinia, coming into tonight's game 1-3. They opened the season with a 3-2 loss to Summit Page on opening night last month, September 28th. And then on Monday, October 3rd, they lost 11-4 to USN. Then collected their first win of the season 2 nights later, October 5th, a 9-7 win over USN. And then last Monday, a 6-4 loss to Hendersonville. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Caleb Kuehn, the team's leading scorer. He has 14 points from 6 goals and 8 assists. His 14 points actually leads the entire league. Jacob Schenk with 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Josh Kuehn, 8 points from 2 goals and 6 assists. A.J. Malloy with 2 points from goals. Wyatt Welty and Jacob Rodriguez each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Clive Keeler and Gage Eastland with 2 points from assist. Andrew Leitz with a point from a goal. Eli McLemore, Mac Brothers, Elijah Freeman, Aiden Kemp, and Aiden Suss each with a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Braden Cypher's numbers are not correct. They didn't include the shot total he faced from the game against USN, but he is 1-2. He was in net for them when they beat Nolensville back on October 5th. And Daniel Rodriguez is 0-1. On to Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Joseph Siciliano. They are 0-2-1. 12-3 loss to Rutherford Rampage on October the 12th. Then last Monday, a 3-3 tie with Nolensville. Then on Wednesday, a 7-1 loss to Hendersonville Beach. Here are their player stats coming into tonight's game. Tegan Bart's the team's leading scorer, 3 points from 3 goals. Joey Siciliano has 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Mason Campbell, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Tobin Mahaffey and Jaden Robertson each with a point from a goal. Riley Hunter, Graham McClear, Ryan Russell, and Reese McCormick each with a point from an assist. On the goalie play, Keaton Howard has played in, he's played in 3 games. He's gotten the decision on 2 of them. He's 0-2. He's played just over 78 minutes. Goals against average of 6.99. He's allowed 13 goals and 58 shots, turned away the other 45. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .780. Miles McKinley has started 1 game. It was the tie against Nolensville last week. He's played just shy of 48 minutes. Has allowed 9 goals on 34 shots, turned away the other 25. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .740. As we are ready to go with this one. Keaton Howard in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. I'm not sure who's in net for the Outlaws because I had my back turned while they were getting out onto the ice. This first period, Outlaws will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. As Station Camp win the draw and get it into the Outlaws zone. Now the puck brought into the Station Camp end and shot wide of the post to the right of Howard. Shot wide by Jacob Schenk. Puck now out in the right circle. Knocked away but held in at the left point. And fired back down low by Wyatt Welty. Schenk behind the net as the puck taken away by Austin Gibbons. Banks it off the near boards. Ahead to Tobin Mahaffey at center. Mahaffey, almost ran into one of his own players crossing into the Outlaws zone. He dropped the puck, although it was held in at the right point by Mark White. And now the puck taken away from White and fired around the boards to the far side. And the Outlaws trying to bring it out. Was held in, though, by Mahaffey, and he's going to send it back deep from the blue line. Now the puck cleared out by the Outlaws. It's out at center. Joey Siciliano getting knocked down just inside his own zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Connor Jenny out on the far side, flicking it ahead to Mahaffey, but it's turned over, held in, and a shot. Hit the post to the right of Howard. That shot coming off the stick of Caleb Kuehn. Kuehn now out on the right wing corner, put the puck out in front. Scoring is Jacob Schenk. I think it was touched his way by Josh Kuehn, who was also hanging out in front of the net, but Jacob Schenk knocks the puck into the back of the net just 89 seconds in, and it's 1-0 Outlaws. 12:31 left in the first. Puck in the Station Camp zone behind the net, picked up by Riley Hunter, but taken off his stick, put out in front of it, went through the legs of Aiden Suss, right out in front of the net. Puck carried to center, but taken back by the Outlaws. Brought back into the Station Camp zone, and a shot gloved and held onto by Howard. Shooting from the left wing was Jacob Rodriguez. Tegan Bart suffered a high ankle sprain in that board collision with Jack Edwards last Monday against Nolensville when he scored the second goal of the game for Station Camp, so he is out still with that sprain. And Keaton Howard having to adjust something. The official, he had a puck hidden in his sleeve. I guess that was the game puck, got lost in his sleeve, draws to his right. So he had to take off his glove and blocker and find it. Looked like it was won by the Outlaws, but taken away. Connor Jenny, right wing side of the Outlaws zone. His shot missed the net. Puck back in the Station Camp end. Down the right wing wall it goes. It's picked up. Put out in front, a shot, score. Clive Keeler found Jacob Rodriguez all alone in front. Howard drifted to his left the left-hand side of the net open, and Rodriguez didn't miss, and the Outlaws have a 2-0 lead with 11:46 to go in the first. So 2 minutes and 14 seconds in, the Outlaws have scored twice. And they're looking for a third as they bring the puck in off the draw. Puck comes up to the right point, sent back down off the stick of Elijah Freeman in the right wing corner. Puck actually came right out in front of the net, had to be swatted away. Now Freeman laying down, tried to put the puck out in front, but we get a whistle, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game. Joey Siciliano with a hit on an Outlaws player. I didn't see who it was because I was watching Freeman lay down with a puck. And it's a roughing call against Siciliano, so Station Camp already down 2-0, nearly 3 minutes in. Do not need to be getting guys in the box. So the Outlaws get the first power play of the game. 11:24 to go in the first. Again, they're up 2-0. Draws to the right of Keaton Howard. It's won by Station Camp. Graham McLaren in the right wing corner, sending it over to the near side. Mark White, can he clear? Nope. Flicked along. Now it's cleared out by Austin Givens. Puck back in the Outlaws zone. Picked up by Tennessee. And Outlaws try to clear it out. It's held into the blue line. And then taken away and brought back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Centering pass went off a stick. It's right in the crease. And where is it? It's underneath Howard. Clive Keeler trying to jam it in. Caleb Kuehn trying to put it out in front. Or he was the one that put it out in front, and it was Clive Keeler trying to jam it in, but Keaton Howard standing strong at his left-hand post to keep this a 2-0 deficit for Station Camp. 75 seconds left on the power play, 10:39 to go in the first. And the Outlaws are up 2-0. Draw to the left of Howard, won by the Outlaws. Oh, Mark White almost took it away. It's held in and a shot blocked. Puck cleared back into the Outlaws zone. Minute left in the power play for Tennessee. And the puck knocked off. I think Jacob Schenk's stick carried to the front of the net by Mark White. And a backhander had to be turned away by the Outlaw goaltender. And he's got the puck covered, and we have a whistle. And I think one of the Station Camp players knocked the net loose, so they're going to have the face-off inside the Station Camp zone to the left of Howard. So that went from a shorthanded chance for Station Camp to them having to defend another face-off inside their zone. 48 seconds left of the power play for the Outlaws. Draw to the left of Howard. One by the Outlaws. Puck comes over to the left wing side. There's a shot. Knocked down by Howard, and he's got it covered. It was Connor Ivey shooting from the top of the left circle. And now 41 seconds left of the man advantage for the Outlaws. Draws to Howard's right. One by Tennessee, and Connor Ivey ends up firing it. I'm not sure if he was intentionally passing it over to the right wing side or if he just badly missed. Riley Hunter with a puck now, clearing it out. It's back in the Outlaw zone. 20 seconds left of the man advantage for Tennessee. Having a bit of trouble trying to bring the puck out. Riley Hunter shoots it towards the net, and it misses to the right of the Outlaw goaltender. Again, I'm still not sure who that is because he's on the other end of the rink. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength as the Outlaws end up icing the puck. 9:22 to go in the first, and they're still up 2-0, but Outlaws with a bit of panic there. Now they're going to have a face-off in their end to the right of their goaltender. Draw is to the right. Again, I said it was to the right of the goaltender. And it's won by the Outlaws. Brought back into the Station Camp zone. Around the back of the net goes Elijah Freeman. Oh, but he lost the puck. It's still behind the net. Riley Hunter passing it off to his right. Aiden Daniel clearing it out to center, but it's intercepted. But Outlaws player committed a tripping penalty. I think it was Ryan Russell who was tripped. Not sure who's in the box for the Outlaws, but this will be the first power play of the game for Station Camp. 8:56 to go in the first. They're down 2-0. Draws to the left of the Outlaws goaltender. Puck trickles out to center. Station Camp won the draw. Joey Siciliano with it. Backhanding it back into the Outlaw zone. Outlaws get to it. They're trying to get it out. Siciliano trying to keep it in. Sent around the boards to the far side. It's Josh Kuehn with a task of trying to get it out. He's knocked down. Still got the puck out to center, though. Station Camp controlling, however. Mark White had it taken off his stick. Austin Gibbons trying to get it over to Joey Siciliano. And Siciliano with a shot from the red line. It just missed the Outlaw net. Now Mark White with a shot in the left circle, turned away by the goaltender, and the rebound fired past the net. And the Outlaws will clear it. Austin Gibbons passing it up the far wall. Now Joey Siciliano let the puck get away from him. He catches back up to it at center. Brings it back into the Outlaws zone, and a shot knocked down and covered up by the Outlaws goaltender. Under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp now. 56 seconds to go in it. 7:52 left in the first, still 2-0 Outlaws. Draw be to the left of their goaltender. Sorry, to the right of their goaltender. Again, I'm still not sure who it is because he's at the other end of the rink, and I didn't see him go in. My back was turned when he went out to the crease. Puck out at center off the draw. Graham McLaren trying to keep it away from Jacob Rodriguez. Puck stolen by the Outlaws. Oh, and here's a breakaway. A shot turned away by Howard. A blocker save on Jacob Schenk. Big save by Keaton Howard. Now an on-angle shot to be turned away by Howard. That was also from Schenk. 30 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Puck cleared out to center. That's right back in the Station Camp zone, but it touched an Outlaw player who was still inside it. Touched Jacob Rodriguez, so that'll be offside. 25 seconds left in the power play. Draw on the dot across from the Outlaw bench. Won by the Outlaws. And picked up by Robert Cobb. Goes to Curry Ingram Academy in Franklin. Puck sent back into the Station Camp zone. It's at the end boards. Mason Campbell had it swiped away from him by Jacob Schenk, but Station Camp get it back. Graham McLaren trying to clear it out. Held into the blue line, sent towards the net. Mason Campbell clears it away from the net. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. And the Outlaws are going to end up icing the puck from their own zone here. 6:46 to go in the first, and they're still up 2-0. But Keaton Howard, a big breakaway save on Jacob Schenk on the shorthanded chance for the Outlaws. Keep this a 2-0 deficit for Station Camp. Draw to the left of the Outlaws goaltender. Outlaws win the draw. They're trying to get it out of the zone. And they do get it out. Puck swept into the Station Camp end. Joey Siciliano going to track it down up, but it's icing. It is icing. Whoever that was for the Outlaws that sent it into the Station Camp zone was just behind the red line when they did so. So that triggers another icing against the Outlaws. Draw will be to the goaltender's right. Won by Station Camp, but taken away by the Outlaws and brought to center. It's in the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Aiden Suss forced to go below the goal line. Carries it behind the net. Put out in front. Oh, and just holding it into the blue line was Eli McLemore. He gets off a shot that's deflected off a Station Camp player to the glass. Puck behind the net. Puck comes out towards the right point. It's held in, and a shot turned away by Howard. Rodriguez trying to put it in the slot. Oh, and then Howard backs into the net and dislodges it to the right-hand post. The official still hasn't noticed as Howard has to make a save. Puck put out in front and shot over the net by Aiden Suss. The official still has not noticed the net is dislodged, and finally he notices and blows the whistle. 5:31 to go in the first, still 2-0 Outlaws. Draws to the left of Howard. Won by the Outlaws and shot just past the net to Howard's left by Jacob Schenk, who had the first goal of the game. Jacob Rodriguez with the other. Schenk brings the puck back into the station camp zone, passes to the left wing side. Caleb Kuehn, a shot, and misses the net to the right of Howard. Puck on the right half wall. Schenk with it again. Puts it out in front. Kuehn was double teamed. Did it go off his stick to the near side boards. Graham McLaren taking a hit from Josh Kuehn. He still has the puck, though. Trying to find space on the left wing side. Carries it over to the far side. And Josh Kuehn gets the puck off him. Here's Jacob Schenk below the goal line. Putting it out in front and hit the legs of Riley Hunter. Mark White tried to clear, held into the blue line. Carried down the wall and a shot blockered away by Howard from the right half wall. That shot coming from, I'm not sure who, but he makes a glove hand save on a shot from the left wing boards and hangs on for the whistle. 4:30 to go in the first. I think it was Hayden Hall who made that shot. Draw's going to be to Howard's right. Yeah, it was Hayden Hall with that shot for the Outlaws. One to the Outlaws, and a one-timer went off the back of the stick blade of A.J. Malloy to the right wing corner. He was trying to get a tip. Aiden Daniel trying to clear, held into the right point by Hall. He flicks it back down the wall towards the right wing corner. Comes around to the left wing side. Joey Siciliano tries to clear, held into the blue line. Andrew Leitz battling with Michael Bernier. Daniel tries to clear. Hayden Hall holds in a fire. Oh! Hayden Hall with a shot that hit Ryan Russell. It was going to miss the net to the left of Howard. It hit Ryan Russell, then went off of Howard and landed in the crease, and Howard had to cover. A.J. Malloy goes crashing into the net to knock it loose, but it was almost 3-0 Outlaws on an unfortunate bounce. 3:56 left in the first, still 2-0 Outlaws. Draw to the left of Howard. Oh, and shot off the draw. Howard had to turn it away. Joey Siciliano is going to end up icing the puck. Draws to the right of Howard. One by Station Camp. Puck sent over to the far side. Connor Ivey held into the right point, trying to get a shot off. Reese McCormick at center now with a puck for Station Camp. Aiden Daniel chasing it down the left wing side of the Outlaws zone. Puck taken away from him. Connor Ivey trying to clear it out. It went off the skates of Ryan Russell right at the Outlaw blue line and stayed in. Puck drifting out in front of the Outlaw net. Ivey trying to clear, and he does so. Puck brought back into the Station Camp zone. A.J. Malloy carrying it around to the right wing side, trying to put it in front, and a backhander from Elijah Freeman misses the net. And the puck bounces over the stick of Connor Ivey at the left point. It was Ryan Russell clearing it out. And that goes for an icing with 2:49 left in the first, and the Outlaws still up 2-0. Draws to the right of Howard. One by the Outlaws. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Station Camp with a cross-ice pass trying to get it out, and Connor Jenny does flick it out. Lands back in the Outlaws zone, picked up, I think, by Eli McLemore. Now Austin Givens inside his own zone with it. Drops it forward. It's stolen and brought back into the Station Camp zone. Now Givens over to the near side. Carries it to center. Into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Backhands it towards the net. And it is scooped up off the ice by the Outlaw goaltender with a glove. 2:04 to go in the first, still 2-0. Outlaws. Draws to the Outlaw goalie's left. Again, I'm still not sure who it is. I'll know here in a couple more minutes because they'll be playing in the net right in front of me for the second period. I know it's not Justin Yanuchili because he's one of the Outlaw scratches for this evening. And we're going to get a penalty against the Outlaws, I think, as puck was brought out to center and an Outlaw touched it. And it's Bob Cobb going to the box for slashing. So with 1:55 left in the first, Station Camp return to the power play trailing 2-0. Draw one by Station Camp. Riley Hunter trying to send it towards the net. That was blocked. Here's Aiden Suss into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Passes over. And a backhander towards the front of the net. I think went off a skate and missed the net. That was Clive Keeler trying to backhand it. And then Suss gets tripped down low. And that's going to see Jaden Robertson go to the box and kill off the Station Camp power play. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 1:45. 99 seconds left in the first. Still 2-0 Outlaws. Draws to Howard's right. One by Station Camp, but given away to the Outlaws at the left point. Josh Kuehn. Knocked into the boards by Riley Hunter. Hunter sends the puck over to the far side. Tobin Mahaffey over to Joey Siciliano, who carries it out to center. Siciliano into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Stops at the boards. And he gets bumped off the puck, and a shot is gloved and held on to by the Outlaw goaltender. I think it was Mark White getting off a shot that went off an Outlaw stick and floated into the goalie's glove. 70 seconds to go in the period. Draws to the right of the Outlaw goaltender. One by Station Camp. Austin Givens with a shot from the left point. I think it had to be turned away. Puck's in towards the net, blocked. There's a minute left in the period now. As the Outlaws get the puck back into the Station Camp zone, or I thought they were going to. Keeping it out was Austin Givens. He brings it back into the Outlaw zone, and a shot gloved and held on to by the Outlaw goaltender. 55 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 49.5 seconds to go in the first. Still 2-0 Outlaws. They scored their 2 goals within the first 2.5 minutes of the first, but ever since then, Station Camp have been really tight with the defense. And Keaton Howard has made a breakaway save on a shorthanded chance by Jacob Schenk. Here come the Outlaws again, and a shot blocked by Joey Siciliano. It was off the stick of Jacob Schenk. Now Mark White with it and hands it off to Siciliano, who steps out to center. 30 seconds left of the period. Siciliano, left wing side of the Outlaws zone. Going to the goal line, and a shot turned away by the Outlaw goaltender. 30 seconds left of the 4-on-4 as the Outlaws clear the puck out. It trickles back into the Station Camp zone, caught up to by Austin Givens. He'll stop behind his own net. Steps out to his right, banks it off the near kick plate to center. Tobin Mahaffey retrieves it, had it taken away. The Outlaws looking for one last rush here to close the period. And a shot off a stick comes over. Oh, and leaving it behind him was Eli McLemore in the left circle. The puck, a shot attempt went off a Station Camp stick, went right across to McLemore, and he was moving to the net, but he left the puck behind him, and the period runs out. The Outlaws scoring twice within the first 2.5 minutes of the first. Jacob Schenk made it 1-0, and then Jacob Rodriguez made it 2-0. But Keaton Howard and the Station Camp defense standing tall after that. So it's only 2-0 Outlaws at the end of one. Nolensville, Ensworth, Lipscomb beat Hendersonville Beach 9-5. So that's a devastating blow for Hendersonville in the race to try and get into that top two. That now puts them at 2-2. Nolensville now 2-1-1. 2 wins, a loss, and a tie. So 2 of tonight's games are in the books. Ravenwood beating Pope Prep 5-0. And now Nolensville beating Hendersonville 9-5. As we get ready to start the second period, and I'm finally going to know who the Outlaws goaltender is. There are 6 seconds left in the 4-on-4, by the way. And then the Outlaws will have 15 seconds left of power play time once that expires. Second period is underway. It's Daniel Rodriguez in net for the Outlaws. His brother Jacob's already scored tonight. Puck in the Station Camp zone, and a shot to be turned away. Penalty gets the Outlaws is up. They now have a brief power play. Keaton Howard still in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. And penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. So we're back to 5-on-5. Mark White with a puck for Station Camp. Try to pass. It was stolen away. Jacob Schenk with a shot gloved and held on to by Keaton Howard. So Mark White with a trying to pass it up the ice, but Jacob Schenk steals it right in the slot and gets off a shot that Howard has to glove and hang on to. Draw to Howard's left. One by the Outlaws, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Schenk with a puck. Puts it out in front. And a shot just missed the net. It was Caleb Kuehn in the slot. Just missed the net to the left of the goaltender Howard. And there was also another player for the Outlaws in front. Now the puck put out in front of the Outlaw net by Jaden Robertson, but nobody in a white sweater there. It's cleared out to center and then sent back in by Connor Jenny. Sorry, it was Mark White sending it back in. Here's Jaden Robertson dumping it back into the Outlaw zone. Puck coming towards the left-hand side of the net. Daniel Rodriguez tips it back behind the net. They try and clear it out. Held into the left point. Michael Bernier, a shot blocked right in front by Mac Brothers. Now another shot in the left point turned away by Rodriguez. It was bouncing towards the net. Tobin Mahaffey with a puck on the right wing side, passing it up to the right point. Comes back down the wall to Mahaffey. Mahaffey past the slot, but right onto the stick of Josh Kuehn, who clears it out. And now here's Caleb Kuehn, right wing side of the Station Camp zone, moving in. And a shot is put in. I think they scored. It was the Kuehn brothers. Caleb was moving down the right wing, and Josh was moving towards the net. And it looks like Caleb passed it off to Josh, who put it home to put the Outlaws up 3-0 with 12-18 to go in the second. Puck out at the left point of the Outlaw net, or Outlaw zone, sent back down by Austin Gibbons. Here is Hayden Hall. Trying to pass the puck back up the near side boards. Hall falls over, trying to get back to it. A.J. Malloy going to pass it up ice. This will be an icing call against the Outlaws. 11:52 to go in the second. And the Outlaws up 3-0. Draw to the right of Daniel Rodriguez. Outlaws won it, turned it over to Station Camp, and then the Outlaws get it back. And they trying to get it out, and they do. They finally get it out, although it's dumped right back in from center by Sam Wiseman. There's an offside warning against Station Camp, though, so he has to clear the zone. Puck out at center. Reese McCormick brings it back into the Outlaw zone. He's in the left circle. Backhanding it very softly towards the front of the net where Daniel Rodriguez stops and covers to get the whistle. 11:18 to go in the second, and the Outlaws up 3-0. Here's Aiden Suss bringing the puck into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Shot went across the front of the net. Held into the right point by Connor Ivey and sent off the boards. Comes back out in front. And carrying it out to center is Reese McCormick. Oh, and then it's Aiden Daniel, and then he takes a hit from an Outlaw player. It was Clive Keeler hitting him as he dumped the puck into the Outlaw zone. Now here's Jacob Rodriguez. Back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Drops it back up to the left point. Bob Cobb, a shot. Oh, bounces on goal. I think it may have just missed the net to the left of Keaton Howard. Puck backhanded out in front, and it just misses Ivy out at the blue line and goes back into the Outlaw zone. Ivy retrieves it. Passes out to center, but it's intercepted by Austin Gibbons. Joey Siciliano sends it back into the Outlaw zone. Picked up by Bob Cobb. And now here's Aiden Suss at center. Into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Suss trying to put it out in front. Puck cleared out by Station Camp. It's out at center. Aiden Suss with it again. Suss to Jacob Rodriguez, who's inside the Station Camp zone. He tried to maneuver his way to the front of the net, but lost the puck. Cleared out by Station Camp. Ryan Russell brings it back into the Outlaw zone, and his shot, it was Mark White. His shot missed the net. May have gone off the glove of Daniel Rodriguez, but I think it was going to miss the net to his left the whole time. Now Josh Kuehn out at center. Right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Drops it back for big brother Caleb, who coughs up the puck. Puck out at center. Oh, an offside against Station Camp. Jaden Robertson and Tobin Mahaffey had room down the left wing side, but Mahaffey stepped into the zone before Robertson did with a puck. So 8:47 left in the second. Still 3-0 Outlaws. Draw will be on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench at center. Outlaws get the puck out of their zone off the draw. Here is Josh Kuehn, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Tried a centering pass with a man streaking down the slot, but it was swatted away by some Station Camp sticks. Caleb Kuehn back inside his own zone. Tobin Mahaffey almost pickpocketed him, but Kuehn able to pass the puck ahead to little brother Josh. Josh Kuehn passing off. Jacob Shank in the slot, a shot over the net. Puck in the left wing corner. Josh Kuehn brings it around the back of the net, comes out to the right wing side, puts it in for Caleb, and his backhander missed the net. Oh, and then somebody's stick got knocked out of their hand into the netting above the glass, and I think that's where the puck went to. 7:59 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Outlaws. Is draw is to the right of Keaton Howard. Puck was carried out to center, but brought back in by the Outlaws. A.J. Malloy with a shot, gloved and held on to by Keaton Howard. Checking in on the NBA Franklin game. Looks like it's a tough tussle, only 3-2 NBA after one period. Whoever wins that game will be safe in Tier 1 for the rest of the season and earn a Predators Cup berth for the playoffs as the puck is sent into the Outlaws zone. Jaden Robertson could have had a breakaway if he hadn't let the puck get too far in front of him. Here's Toba Mahaffey below the right circle, putting the puck out in front, but stolen away. He put it right on the stick of A.J. Malloy. A.J. Malloy crossing the red line, dumping the puck back into the station camp zone. Comes around to the far side. Now it's sent out towards the front of the net. And Keaton Howard diving on it to cover. .7:16 to go. Here in the second, and the Outlaws up 3-0. Draws to the left of Howard. Won by the Outlaws. Puck sent in deep from the blue line by Mason Anderson. Oh, and a big hit on the near side board. Station camp player is Austin Gibbons taking a big hit. Puck back into the front of the net, turned away by Howard. Now Aiden Suss with the puck on the left wing side. Move it out to the slot, a shot. Deflected into the netting above the glass with 6:47 to go in the second, and the Outlaws still up 3-0. Draw out in front of the Outlaw net at center. So one off an Outlaw sticking its way out. Either that or Suss just missed the net completely and it went into the netting. Jacob Rodriguez bringing the puck back into the station camp zone, maneuvering around defenders. A shot stopped by Howard, and then he turns away the rebound try as well. Here's Aiden Suss. Passing it back down. Puck behind the net. Here's Hayden Hall. Now a shot from Rodriguez, I think, gloved and held on to by Howard. .6:11 to go in the second, still 3-0, Outlaws. Draw to the left of Howard. Won by the Outlaws. Puck pass cross, and it's stolen, but we get a whistle. Interception by Ryan Russell, but we're going to have a penalty, I think, against Station Camp. A cross-checking call. And it is against Russell. So the Outlaws return to the power play up 3-0 with exactly 6 minutes to go. The second. Draw to the left of Keaton Howard, one by the Outlaws, held in the zone. Aiden Suss trying to work it down, but it's cleared out, and a chance for Station Camp here. Mason Campbell, a shot, stopped and held onto by Rodriguez. Daniel Rodriguez. Connor Ivey tried to tap the puck away. It was Reese McCormick and Campbell coming down. Ivey tapped the puck away from McCormick, but it went straight to Campbell, who took the shot. Draw to the right of Rodriguez. Won by the Outlaws. Cleared out by Jacob Shank. Now Caleb Kuehn, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Puck stolen away. Puck at the end boards. And they try and clear it. Stolen, held in the zone by Jacob Shank. Backhanding it back up to the left point. Passed over to the right point, and Aiden Suss, a shot, gloved and held on to by Keaton Howard. 75 seconds left of the power play, 5:14 to go. In the second, still 3-0 Outlaws. Draw to Howard's left. Outlaws with it. Caleb Kuehn trying to backhand it out in front. Oh, I think it may have hit. I think it hit Josh right out in front of the net. Puck held in by shaking the blue line, and a shot missed the net to the right of Howard. Minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Puck passed up to the left point. Connor Ivey, a shot, stopped it onto by Howard. 53 seconds left in the power play to be exact. Draws to the right of Howard. One by the Outlaws. Jacob Schenk passing over to Aiden Suss. Suss. Try and clear. It's held in by Suss. He sends it back into the left wing corner. Austin Gibbons getting to it, beating Caleb Kuehn to the puck. Now it's behind the net. Kuehn trying to carry it out in front. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for the Outlaws. Clearing attempt held in on the left wing side by Connor Ivey. Back into towards the front of the net. Howard has to turn it away. And then it's put out in front by Kuehn. The puck taken away and cleared by Station Camp. Rodriguez is going to leave it for Aiden Suss. And a turnover inside the Outlaw zone as the penalty against Station Camp is up. The Outlaws able to get the puck out anyway. Josh Kuehn going right down the slot to the net. A shot. He scores! I think it's his second goal of the game. Josh Kuehn carrying the puck right down the slot to the net. Got Keaton Howard down, and he tucks it in to make it 4-0 Outlaws with 3:49 left in the second period. Puck back in the Station Camp zone behind the net. Held in at the left point. Bob Cobb sending it towards the net. Stopped and covered up by Howard at his right-hand post. As Lee Guy has scored near the midway point of the second to put NBA up 4-2 on Franklin. Again, whoever wins that game, like I said, will be safe for the rest of the year. Puck out at center. He's in the Outlaw zone for just a minute. Well, not just a minute. About half a second. Now it's back in the Station Camp end. Graham McClearen behind his own net. Had it stolen away, and a shot from A.J. Malloy, I think, may have just grazed off the right leg pad of Howard. Puck held in at the left wing side by Wyatt Welty. Now a big battle for it on the left wing boards at the bleachers side of the ice. Station Camp trying to clear it out, kept in by the Outlaws. Puck passed up to the right point, and a shot. Takes a deflection, bounces into the glove of Howard. 2:19 to go in the second, and it's still 4-0 Outlaws. Draws to the left of Howard. One by the Outlaws and a shot. Gloved and held onto by Howard from Josh Kuehn. You think he's looking for a hat trick. I'm not sure. Draws to Howard's left again. Puck in the left wing corner. Now cleared out by Station Camp. Chipped back into the Station Camp zone by Hayden Hall. Graham McClearen with it. Steps out to center. Knocked into the boards by Jacob Schenk. Puck is in the Outlaw zone, but Schenk immediately clears. Although it hit McLaren just outside the zone, and he dumps it back in. Mark White has the puck taken away, and we get a whistle against the Outlaws. So this will be a penalty. Interference against Mason Anderson. So with 94 seconds left in the second, Station Camp go back to the power play down 4-0. Draws to Daniel Rodriguez left. Aiden Suss firing the puck down ice. Right off the draw. Puck brought back into the Outlaw zone. Jaden Robertson is shot in the left point, gloved and held onto by Daniel Rodriguez. Exactly a minute left in the first. 4-0 Outlaws, 87 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Draws to the right of Daniel Rodriguez. Won by Station Camp. Joey Siciliano, a shot. Would have gone over the net, but Rodriguez gloves and hangs on just to be safe. Draws to Rodriguez right. Won by Station Camp. Austin Givens to the left point. Passing it down to Jaden Robertson. Pass to the slot. Intercepted and carried out by Clive Keeler. Keeler dumps it to the end boards of the Station Camp zone. Now a minute left in the power play for Station Camp as they bring the puck out to center. Joey Siciliano, left wing side of the Outlaw zone. Under 30 seconds left in the period now. Avoids a hit at the end boards from Eli McLemore. He's just below the right circle. Passing the puck out up top to Austin Givens. Givens a shot. Oh, looking for a tip in the slot was Mark White, but it went over to the right wing corner. Puck still in the zone. Siciliano, a shot hit the bottom bar on the outside of the left-hand side of the net. And Eli McLemore with a puck. Pass is intercepted. Austin Givens a shot. Stopped and held on to by Rodriguez, and that's it for the first. Or sorry, that's it for the second. It'll be 26 seconds of power play time carrying over to the third for Station Camp. Josh Kuehn scoring twice. I think he scored twice. I know he scored once. I think he had the Outlaws' other goal here in the second as the Outlaws have a 4-0 lead over Station Camp at the end of 2. Well, at one point in the first period, Franklin and NBA were tied up at 2, but now NBA have scored 3 straight. Alex Dubé making it 5-2. Just over 5 minutes left in the second. Again, whoever wins that game will be safe in Tier 1 for the rest of the season because whoever wins that game would reach 6 points on the season so far. Well, Franklin would have to win and then have to have Centennial beat Independence because Independence are only 0-4. They could finish this first phase 3-4. Franklin only have 4 points from 1 win and 2 ties. If they were to win this game, it would only be they would only have 2 wins. And if they were to finish with 2 wins and Indy were to finish with 3, even though Franklin beat Indy a couple weeks ago, Indy would get the nod having more wins 3-2. Ready to start the third period. Daniel Rodriguez still in goal for the Outlaws. Keaton Howard still in goal for Station Camp. 26 seconds of power play time carrying over for Station Camp. Outlaws will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. Draw one by Station Camp. Shot from Toba Mahaffey. Misses the net to the left of Rodriguez. Again, the Outlaws up 4-0. Here is Austin Gibbons' shot in the left wing. Misses the front of the net. And the puck cleared out by the Outlaws. Giving hard chase is Josh Kuehn. He catches up to it inside the Station Camp zone. Austin Gibbons takes it away from him. Now Joey Siciliano is going to bring it out to center. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. Siciliano, left wing side of the Outlaws zone. On angle shot that's gloved and held on to by Rodriguez. Siciliano shooting from the goal line on the left wing side. 13:22 to go, and it's 4-0 Outlaws. Draw be to Rodriguez right. One by the Outlaws. Caleb Kuehn passing ahead. Josh Kuehn, left wing side. The Station Camp zone is shot off the shoulder. I'm sorry, it's Jacob Schenk shooting. Josh Kuehn was on the right wing side. Jacob Schenk with a shot off the right shoulder of Keaton Howard into the netting above the glass. Draws to the left of Howard. One by Station Camp, but turned over to the Outlaws. Puck sent in deep. Graham McLaren behind the net with a push. Now here's Jacob Schenk. Out on the far near side, puts it out in front for Josh Kuehn, but he couldn't control the puck. He tried a backhander that was blocked by Graham McLaren, and now McLaren able to clear the puck out, banging it off the left side kick plate. Jacob Schenk taking it back, and then McLaren takes it back from Schenk. Schenk tried to send it back into the Station Camp zone, but McLaren steals it at the blue line and ends up icing it. But Outlaws with a chance to go up 5-0, but Josh Kuehn was fumbling the puck in the slot. If he'd been able to get it clean, he might have had a shot. 12:27 to go in the game. Still 4-0 Outlaws. Draw to the left of Howard. One by the Outlaws, and a backhander towards the front of the net was stopped, blocked by Michael Bernier. Puck still in the zone. It's in deep. Puck on the left wing corner, put out in front. A.J. Malloy tried to flick it. It went across the front of the net. Held in, and the puck taken away by Reese McCormick, but then taken right back inside the zone by Bob Cobb. Cobb behind the net. Trying to back in and out in front. Puck comes back to him. Passes it off. Sent towards the front of the net and hopped over the stick of A.J. Malloy in the slot. Andrew Leitz carries the puck out in front. A shot. Oh, he hit the net, post to the left of Howard. Puck comes back to Leitz in the right circle. His shot stopped by Howard. Rebound carried behind the net by Elijah Freeman. Now Freeman backhands it out in front. A shot missed the net to the left of Howard. That was Leitz again shooting. Freeman again puts it out in front. Leitz whiffed on it. They try and clear it. It's held in by the Outlaws at the left point. Michael Bernier trying to clear. Again, it's held in. Got a man out in front. Elijah Freeman, a shot. Oh, he missed the net to the left of Howard. And we get a whistle. And I think we got a penalty against the Outlaws. No, it's against Station Camp. Ryan Russell's going in the box. I didn't see what the penalty was for, but the Outlaws return to the power play. Up 4-0 with 11:02 to go. Draws to the left of Howard. Puck in front of a shot turned away by Howard. That shot coming from Clive Keeler, excuse me. Now the puck comes back to Keeler at center. He brings it back into the Station Camp zone. Riley Hunter able to clear. Connor Ivey firing the puck up ice to Caleb Kuehn, he's in the station camp zone, working his way to the right wing side. Looking back out towards the blue line, gets pushed into the boards by Riley Hunter. Now Aiden Suss wants to put the puck out in front. He's in the left wing corner, pushed into the boards by Siciliano, breaks free, puts it out in front. Here's Caleb Kuehn, right circle, shot missed the net to the right of Howard. Puck held in at the left point by Connor Ivey. Now Clive Keeler, shot, score. He roofs it from the bottom of the left circle. Howard went down to his knees right as Keeler released it, and it goes into the roof of the net. Outlaws convert the power play and go up 5-0 with 10:10 to go. Puck back in the station camp zone. It's out in front, and a shot deflected off the stick of Siciliano over the net. That was Wyatt Whale. No, I'm sorry, it was Elijah Freeman with a shot attempt. Puck out on the far side. Connor Jennings trying to clear. He does so. Aiden Daniel chasing it into the Outlaw zone. Picks it up near the goal line. Tries to pass across. Oh, and a shot. Oh, what a diving save by Daniel Rodriguez, and I think Aiden Daniel. Or maybe it was Mark White. But he had to make a diving save to keep the puck out and keep this a shutout as the puck is back in the station camp end on the stick of Joey Siciliano. Fires it off the boards to his left, and it's going to be an icing. 9:21 to go, and the Outlaws up 5-0. Draws to the left of Howard. So the Outlaws, if they hang on and win here, will be 2-3 and still in the fight for a top two finish and a chance to get into that round robin. The problem is their final two games are against the top two teams in the tier, Father Ryan and Rutherford. Puck coming towards the Outlaw net. Daniel Rodriguez covers. Let me just check the Outlaws' remaining schedule. Again, they play Father Ryan and the Rutherford Rampage. They play Father Ryan next Monday. And then they play Rutherford the week after that. Puck brought back into the station camp zone. Jacob Rodriguez, a backhander over the net from the left wing side. Austin Givens sending the puck around to the far side. Now Mark White picks it up from behind his own net. Ahead for Jaden Robertson, but it misses Robertson, goes out to center. Here's Hayden Hall back inside his own zone. And now Aiden Suss out at center. Back into the station camp end on the right wing side. Tried to send it towards the net, and it went off the stick of Austin Givens and out of play, and it lands on top of one of the hockey nets outside the boards. I think it might be one of the nets the Preds practice with. 8:07 to go. Outlaws up 5-0. Draws to the left of Howard. So the Outlaws, they play Father Ryan next Monday and then wrap up phase one against the Rampage on November the 7th. Here's Clive Keeler. Puck knocked off his stick. We get a whistle and a high sticking call. Although I think it was Joey Siciliano who knocked the puck off his stick. They blew the whistle. I think it's Jacob Rodriguez going into the box for the Outlaws. They blew the whistle while Keeler controlled the puck. 7:56 to go. Outlaws up 5-0. Station camp returning to the power play. Desperately needing a goal. Draw to the left of Rodriguez. Oh! And Tobin Mahaffey, as the puck came his way, missed the net. Joey Siciliano bringing it out of his zone. Ends up flicking it into the Outlaw bench. (6-3) NBA over Franklin early in the third. Outlaws dump the puck back into the station camp zone. Howard will let Joey Siciliano have it. Oh, Josh Kuehn took it away, brings it out in front, and his shot steered away by Howard. Now Caleb Kuehn right circle. Can't get around Mark White. Now here's Jaden Robertson. Robertson into the Outlaw zone. A shot missed the net to the right of Rodriguez. Caleb Kuehn bringing the puck back into the station camp zone. He's in front of shot, score. Got past Michael Bernier. Bernier kind of tripped Kuehn a bit. Not enough to trigger an arm race from an official, but Kuehn stays in his feet, carries the puck to the front of the net and fires it in. A shorthanded goal for the Outlaws to put up 6-0 with 6:58 to go. There's still 63 seconds left on the power play for Station Camp. Reese McCormick with a shot from in tight, misses. Under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Joey Siciliano, shot in the left point, misses the net. Here is Toba Mahaffey with a one-timer that's blocked out in front. Puck in the right wing corner. Now it's behind the net. Puck flipped through the air. It's coming onto the Station Camp goalie to be turned away by Howard. Joey Siciliano has the puck pickpocketed. Jacob Schenk to the slot. A backhander off the stick of Siciliano and misses the net to the right of Howard. I don't know why Schenk didn't just shoot. He tried to be fancy. Now Schenk again. Out of the right half wall. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. Puck comes up to the right point. Held in and a shot. Gloved and held onto by Howard. I don't think it would have missed the net. It was coming down. I think if Howard wasn't there, it might have gone in off the inside of the right-hand post. 5:46 to go. Still 6-0 Outlaws. Draws to Howard's left. Puck's out at center. Outlaws get it back in. Here's Bob Cobb putting it out in front off the sticks of both Elijah Freeman and Andrew Leitz. Now the puck carried towards the slot and knocked away by Austin Givens. Cobb with it again, passing down the left wing side to Freeman. Back to Cobb. Went off his stick. He gets it back. Oh, taken away by Aiden Daniel. Daniel trying to clear. That's passed out in front, knocked away from the stick of Andrew Leitz. Bob Cobb pushed off the puck, but we're going to get another whistle and another penalty against Station Camp, it looks like. It's going to be a penalty against Station Camp. Roughing the call, and it's against Aiden Daniels. So 5:04 to go in the game. The Outlaws up 6-0. They return to the power play. Draw is to the right of Howard. Won by the Outlaws. Puck behind the net. Josh Kuehn. Over to the right wing side. Passing it off. Comes back to Kuehn. Off his stick to the end boards. Gets back to the puck. Passes it back off to the right half wall. Past the slot. Hit the skate of Hayden Hall. They try and clear. It's held in at the left point. Connor Ivey whiffed on the shot attempt. Aiden Money doesn't have his stick. Oh, and then McLaren tried to clear, and Connor Ivey held it in and shot, missed the net. Howard had to go off his blocker just to be safe. Now the puck carried to the slot, and it's shot over the net by Jacob Rodriguez. Now here's Graham McClearen. Clearing it out to center, but knocked down by the hand of Hayden Hall. Back into Josh Kuehn, back in the station camp zone on the right wing side. Kuehn, and the puck poked away. Now Austin Givens down low, under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Puck cleared out by Aiden Money. Daniel Rodriguez will leave it for Hayden Hall inside the Outlaws zone. Hall. And a shot blocked, and then a rebound gloved and held onto by Howard from A.J. Malloy. Josh Kuehn's initial shot was blocked. Then it came to Malloy in the slot, and his rebound try gloved and held onto by Howard. 35 seconds left of the power play. 3:39 to go in the game. Still 6-0 Outlaws. Coming up next, it's Brentwood taking on Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon. Draws to Howard's left. Won by the Outlaws. Caleb Kuehn passing out to the blue line. Shot deflected to the inboards. Puck in the left wing corner. 10 seconds left in the man advantage for the Outlaws. Big battle for the puck. Being held up against that kick plate. Mark White comes out with it for Station Camp. Penalty time against them is up. He clears to center, but it's knocked down by an Outlaw player. Aiden Sis having to wait for Josh Kuehn to get back inside. Now he passes ahead to Kuehn right at the Station Camp blue line. Kuehn brings it back in, flicks it to the inboards. Correction, that's Clive Keeler. Now Jaden Robertson going to carry it out. Oh, but he tried to send it past Connor Ivey. Ivey knocked the puck down. It ends up in the Outlaw zone anyway. And Tennessee able to get it out. Brought back in. Oh, Caleb Kuehn looking for a pass. Comes his way to the left wing side. He has to dump it. Clive Keeler behind the net. Puck out on the far wall. And here is a shot. I think it was blocked. I don't think it ever got to Howard. Now the puck trickling through center back into the Outlaws zone. Jaden Robertson going to catch up to it at the inboards. Puts it out in front. Try to get it off to Mark White, but it's stolen away. Here's Caleb Kuehn. Oh, puck taken away. Puck brought back into the Station Camp zone. A shot stopped and covered up by Howard. That shot coming from Elijah Freeman. 95 seconds to go. The Outlaws up 6-0. Draw is to Howard's right, one by the Outlaws, and a shot from the blue line blocked. Puck out at center. Here's Mason Campbell. Oh, and a pass to center went off a Station Camp stick, and that player felt it was Givens. Now a chance for the Outlaws to make it 7-0, and a shot turned away by Howard on Elijah Freeman as we have reached the last minute of the game. Wyatt Whaley at center. Andrew Leitz. Puck back in the Station Camp zone. Graham McClearen with it. Ahead for Sam Wiseman. Wiseman out at center. Into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Puck poked off his stick. He sends it towards the front of the net. I think Daniel Rodriguez had to play it. Puck comes out to the blue line. Austin Givens, a shot. Turned away by Rodriguez. 30 seconds to go. And the puck cleared into the netting above the glass from the right wing corner with 26.7 seconds to go. The Outlaws up 6-0 as they are about to go to 2-3 on the season. And Station Camp are about to drop to 0-3-1. Draw is going to be to the left of Daniel Rodriguez. Puck pinned up against the boards in the Outlaws zone. And cleared out by the Outlaws into the station camp end. It's coming towards the net. Keaton Howard up. Joey Siciliano gets to it. Aiden Suss was racing down the ice. Here's Aiden Daniel. Now Joey Siciliano. Puck out at center. Brought back into the Outlaw station camp zone. That's going to be it. The Outlaws pick up their second win of the season, beating Station Camp Liberty Creek 6-0. As they improve to 2-3 on the season, and Station Camp Liberty Creek fall to 0-3-1. I'm going to go check the score sheet and make sure that Josh Kuehn had 2 goals. So Josh Kuehn did have 2 goals for the Outlaws. The other goals coming from Jacob Schenk, Jacob Rodriguez, Clive Keeler, and Caleb Kuehn. So Josh Kuehn is our player of the game as he scores 2 goals in a 6-0 win for the Outlaws over Station Camp Liberty Creek. So the Outlaws go to 2-3 on the season. Station Camp Liberty Creek dropped to 0-3-1. The Outlaws still in the hunt for a place in that top 2, but again, they have to play the top 2 teams in Tier 2. Next week they play Father Ryan, and then on November the 7th they wrap up Phase 1 against Rutherford. So it's not going to be an easy finish for them. But still, a 6-0 win, and they give themselves a chance. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to start pregame for Brentwood against Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon. As the first time this season, we are featuring the Bruins. And again, the final score here, Tennessee Outlaws beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 6-0. The Outlaws, their second win of the season. Pregame for Brentwood and Mount Juliet starting in just a few minutes.